we had this event on Monday. My week has gone on, y'all. I thought everything was good, and as y'all can hear, I got my welcoming crew in the background. You know, the fire engine and the police car. That's the welcoming crew every time I come on my live. Um, but okay, Eric. Eric Shorts, not my Eric, not my son Eric, but the other Eric. Um, so what happened is, you know, we had this event on Monday, and I really don't even understand why people are still talking about it. But this particular event has taken a life of its own, and it's really sad. So now I got to come back, and I got to make some more corrections, and I have to bring a human receipt. The person that was actually a part of the planning committee, because people want to say the Lady J is telling a lie. Now, one thing Lady J ain't going to do up on this camera is lie to you. And those of you who follow me, you know, I shoot straight from the hip. I just tell you what it is. So let me make sure I got this camera right. Yeah, that's good. So let me pull up my receipts first, you know, because let me pull up this person who was texting me. I hope that she's on here. Let me pull up and address her real quick, and then I'm going to bring Bernie on because like I said, Miss. Let me find her name on here. I got it on my phone. Um, you know, I'm respectful to everyone, and even when I do these baptisms, like you know, it's all for fun. It's all for fun, and I hope people learn something, and I hope that you know we can walk away and we can still be friends. But when I feel like you're being disrespectful, condescending, I'm gonna call you out on it. When I feel like you're giving misinformation, I'm gonna call you out on it. So, Miss Amy, I'm gonna call you Miss Amy, or I might call you Miss Blackman because you know your name is Amy Blackman. Okay, Amy Blackman. So I'm going to have a conversation with Amy. I hope Amy is on here because I invited Amy to come on because I told her we're going to have a baptism tonight. So I hope Amy is on here because Amy, the only way that you can get proper information is that you have to be present. And if you're not present, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you. So I'm going to read her comments. Um, and then I'm gonna bring somebody on because we want to shed light on something. Um, because I don't know where y'all got this thing from that I'm in love with Dan and I'm just running behind his camp and making sure he got money and all of this. I don't run behind nobody. I keep saying that. And I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. I just want you to figure out as a candidate how you want to stop these police cars from running up and down my street. Last night somebody got shot in their car right out here in front of my house and they were found in the car. So that's my concern. I don't care if you black, white, green, Republican, Democrat, whatever. I don't care. I just want to know how you going to keep us safe. That's all I want to know. How you going to make sure we have some food when we go to the store to eat. That's all I want to know. But all this extra stuff that y'all doing, you know, come on, get a life. So anyway, let me go back to Miss Amy. I'm gonna call you Miss Amy, and Miss Amy, I want to tell you who I am. Okay, please, when you talk to me, please be respectful. Okay, we can disagree. We can have our little banter back and forth, but please don't disrespect me. So my name is Dr. Charlene Jenkins. Matter of fact, Chaplain Dr. Charlene Jenkins. Okay, so you can use any one of those, or you can call me Coach because I'm a certified life and spiritual coach as well. So you can call me any one of those, but we don't know each other well enough for you to be calling me honey. And that you used honey in a very condescending way. So I understood where that was coming from. Please don't do that again because I'm going to address you as a woman should address another woman. I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. Okay. I also want to say thank you to Lisa Molot because Lisa didn't understand what was going on. Lisa reached out to me. We had a conversation. It was over and done with. She handled that conversation as a woman should. It did not go anywhere else. Did not go anywhere else. Her and I had a conversation. She had some concerns. I cleared it up. we were on to the next. Thank you, Lisa, for handling that as a woman should. And let me get to Miss Blackman. All right. So Miss Blackman said, um, she said, I'm just curious. Is it typical for a gubernatorial candidate to attend a fundraiser for their opponent? There are just so many events for these candidates to attend, and if I already had a debate scheduled, I wouldn't attend my opponent's fundraiser and help raise money for their campaign. So I don't blame the Democrat candidate for not accepting the invite of the Republican candidate. He should have shown, she said the Republican candidate should have shown, or he should have given a good excuse. Okay, so these people have these conversations going on my page. So Erica Owens comes in and says, Amy Moran Blackman, right? That's that plus the interviewer herself talking about me. The interviewer herself said she was a friend of Cox. Why would Moore help his rival with donations? You know, if you had said he was actually coming, more people would have signed up when you had to make the donation. That's why they never changed the flyer saying Moore wasn't attending. I wouldn't help him either. The whole thing smells shady. Now let me tell y'all something. Miss Amy Moran Blackman, Miss Erica Owens. The first thing I want to say to you, I don't hang around with shady people and I don't do shady stuff. And if I feel like you're doing something shady, evidently neither one of y'all don't know me. Neither one of y'all don't know. So I'm gonna give you a little lesson tonight. Um, if I feel like you're doing something shady, I'm going to pull you up. I don't care who you are, okay? And I'm not going to be in anything shady. Now, let me go back again because I'm going to break this down. I'm going to break it down because I need to make sure that we're all clear and we're all on the same page. I said that Dan is a friend of mine. Brandon Scott is a friend of mine. Okay, Brandon Scott. He was on my magazine. I interviewed him. Who's another candidate? It's a whole bunch. I talk to, again, y'all don't follow me because I talk to these politicians all the time. They're all friends. They're not friends in my circle, but I call them friends because they're people that I've talked to, I've interviewed. So you're a friend now. Okay, maybe y'all don't understand that. You know, I don't talk to Dan every day no more than I talk to Brandon Scott every day. You know, the only reason I haven't spoken to Westmore is because Westmore, you know, I have not been able to, his camp, let me say not me, but his camp has said that he was not doing any more interviews. Okay, I respect that. I left it alone. Okay. And I don't have anything bad to say about Westmore. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. So just because I say that somebody is my friend does not mean that I'm going to cover for them, that I'm going to hide anything. Because even people who are my friends, who are in my circle, will tell you, if I smell something, oh, I'm going to say something. Okay? So you don't even know me well enough to make that comment. All right? You really don't. I'm trying to educate you right now so you don't do that again. I'm too old to be doing shady stuff, and I'm too old to be walking around trying to hide and all this kind of stuff what people are doing. Sit down. All right. Now the next thing you said is you were talking about some money. You said I wouldn't attend the opponent's fundraiser and help raise money for the campaign. Now I have said this I don't know how many times. That was a community forum for the residents of Baltimore City, the people in the surrounding counties. That's what that forum was for, and that's what we did. Nobody got money. Not me, not Bernie, not anybody on the committee, not Zalika, not Chris Anderson, not Gordana, not the other man that was on it. Nobody got money for this. This was strictly for the community. And for your information, Miss Amy and Miss Erica, for your information, Commitment Charm City, the people in that committee, they actually took money out of their pocket to make sure this thing happened. Okay? They took money out of their pocket, out of their home, to make sure that this happened, because that's how committed they were to make sure that the community was able to come out and be a part of this. That's just for your information, okay? Because when y'all talking, especially on my page, and you saying stuff, I want you to make sure you're saying it right. I hope y'all on here. And guess what, Miss Amy and Miss Erica, if you feel like you want to come on, all you have to do is hit that button at the bottom. We can talk. We can talk. We can dialogue. This is my station, so we can talk as long as we want. We got all night if you want to. All right. So you were saying that because they were asking for money and it was a fundraiser for Dan Cox, which it was not a fundraiser for Dan Cox. It was not a fundraiser for anyone. Okay? It was never a fundraiser. I said I wasn't going to raise my voice. All right, bring it down. It was not a fundraiser. All right? Westmore chose not to attend. That is Westmore's prerogative. Nobody was mad at Westmore. Dan Cox, when Dan said that he wasn't coming, everybody saw me do a video. And even though I said Dan is my friend, I blasted Dan in that video because I didn't understand why he didn't give a reason for not showing up. Okay? Dan called me a couple days later or a day later and apologized and told me why he couldn't come. He was sick. And I heard it on the phone. His wife was sick. His children were sick. Okay? And it was over. It was done. Now, I don't know why people want to continue on with this, but we're going to continue because y'all want to do this. So we're going to continue on, we're going to continue on with this. So it wasn't a thing that Wes didn't come because we were collecting money for Dan. Again, Miss Amy and Miss Erica, you don't follow me, because if you followed me, you would have been on here. You would have known the night that I was on here and I read the emails from Westmore's camp saying why they were not coming out. But you missed it. You missed it, okay? Go back a few videos and look for it. I read the entire email from them. So nobody was mad at each other. Nobody was upset. Again, if Westmore said he wasn't coming, that's Westmore's business. We continue on. Westmore doesn't stop anything. Dan doesn't stop anything. I even said in my video, when all of this was going on and Commitment Charm City said we're going to cancel, I said if it was me, I would not cancel. I don't cancel. You don't run this. I continue on doing what I'm doing. And we did it. And we had a fabulous time. It was amazing. Not Gordana, what's the lady's name? Arena Miller, we had gotten the word that she was coming. Okay, hey T, we got the word that Arena Miller was coming. All right. Now I blasted her. Because my thing is, your word is your bond. If you say that you're coming, and we've told all of these people that you're coming out, we're expecting you to be there, okay? And even when I did the video, I wasn't angry at anybody. I was just saying what it was. Because my time was involved, Commitment Charm City time was involved. So if you tell us that we're coming and we go through all of this stuff to set everything up, and then you just don't show and you don't give an explanation, I got a problem with that, okay? So, and I said what I said, and I meant it, and I'm not going to take it away. I'm not going to take the video down. I said what I said, all right? Because you guys are running for office. So we got to hold you. We got to hold your feet. Matter of fact, let me charge this phone. We got to hold your feet to the fire, all right? So Miss Amy and Miss Erica, like I said, y'all don't watch my stuff. Because if you did, you would have seen all of that on the video. I got to plug my phone in, y'all. You would have seen all of that. But, like I said, people like to create their own narrative. And we're going to straighten it all up tonight, because you're not going to create your own narrative, and you're not going to make something seem like what it's not. So, the other thing that came up, and I got another, because they was just texting away, so I got another thing I got to read from her. And like I said, I hope y'all on here. I'm not even mad at you. I just want to clear stuff up. And again, if you still have something to say, Miss Amy and Miss Erica, please come on. Please come on. All you gotta do is click that bottom button and come on. All right. So let me go to the next thing. So um I wrote Erica back, right? Because I see them going back and forth. I said, hey, I don't know where you all are getting your information from, but just to clarify, no money was exchanged. This was not an event leaning to one side. I was asked to host the event, and I suggested that the candidates listen to the people. We had the forum, and that's exactly what happened. The community spoke, the candidates listened, and nobody got paid, not even me. Um, Amy Moran said, really makes me wonder if the donation check wasn't going to be big enough for Cox to attend. What check? Again. So then she sends me a message back. Where's that message at? I sent Miss Erica. No, Sonny Kelly said this is another person, Sonny Kelly. Okay, she said I don't blame the Moore campaign. Why validate Cox's candidacy by committing to a bogus event? Clearly in support of a neo-racist, traitor-loving, seditionist ticket. Maryland deserves more. Now, I always say on my platform, we can disagree. We can do a whole bunch of stuff, but we don't do name calling over here. We don't. You can't even call Westmore names over here. You can't. Okay? So I wrote Sonny Kelly back. I said, excuse me, bogus event? Where are you getting your information from? I was a part of the meetings and I hosted the event. This was a community forum event. No one got money, nor was it leaning to one side. Evidently, you don't know me because I don't play those games. Now, if you want to discuss the misinformation you put out further, please contact me. I own my own station and I'll bring you on so we can have a clear and concise discussion. Because what you're spreading now is false and I'm about to clear it up. Okay? So I hope Miss Sunny Kelly, I hope Miss Erica is on here, and I also hope Miss Amy is on here. Okay? I hope you ladies are on here. And notice I'm calling each of you Miss, okay? Because that's how you address another woman. Now, let me clear something up, and then I'm going to bring Bernie on. Because at the onset of this whole thing, and I think they might have been playing in a couple months. I really don't know because, I came in. Hey, Kevin. So when it was time to put the Eventbrite up, okay, they were putting the Eventbrite up, and Bernie was doing the Eventbrite. And so, ladies, I want you to know this. I'm very busy. I am a very busy woman. And the one thing I don't have time for is to sit around and chit chat on Facebook. So when they asked me to be, to host it, I said, okay, cool, keep me informed, whatever, whatever. I'm on to the next thing that I'm doing, right? So I get a phone call from somebody, from a few people. I'm not just going to say somebody. Got a phone call from a few people, and they were saying, Lady J, I tried to, what's going on with this thing? I tried to register for this event, and when I went to register, it was saying something about the money. This is donations are going to Cox. I said, wait a minute. I said, no, that's not what they told me. So I immediately stopped what I was doing. And Bernie will tell you this. I immediately stopped what I was doing. I called Bernie because Bernie was like the only one that I really knew on this committee. So I called him. I'm like, Bernie, is this a fundraiser for Dan? So he said, no. Why you say that? I said, because a couple people called me. They said when they went to register, it's saying that proceeds go to Cox or something like that. So he said, no, 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 no. He said, this is a free event. Let me go back. He said, Lady J, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Because he was surprised too. He said, let me go back and check this out, right? I said, okay. And so when he went to check it out, he called me back. And in the meantime, while he's checking it out, I'm typing emails to the committee like, hey, if this is a fundraiser for Dan, y'all might want to change this because ain't nobody coming to this. If y'all trying to do a fundraiser for Dan Cox, nobody's coming for this. Okay. And so thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And so and then after they got wind of it, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. After I put that email out, and the one thing I will say about Commitment Charm City is that every time I sent the email out or I had a question or concern, they always listened to everything that I said, and they were like, valid point, we're gonna do this. So after I sent the email to them, they were all like texting each other, like, yo, we gotta straighten this out. Like we can't let this go out like this, right? So Bernie said, I'm gonna take it. He said, I'm gonna go back and I don't really know how to do Eventbrite. When I had my thing, my son set it up for me. So it was too complicated for me and I just didn't have the patience. So Bernie said, I'm gonna go back and just freeze it or whatever you do so people can't come in anymore to try to get a ticket. And he said, I need to go back, reword this thing, figure it out, see what's going on because he wasn't really sure about it either. Okay. Again, let me say this. You're dealing with people who are grassroots people. They had gotten together, assembled themselves, and they wanted to do something to make sure the people in the community could come together and be able to talk, as a community to the politicians. And some things come up unexpected, like, you're planning certain things, but then you got Eventbrite. Everybody don't know how to do it. So, but he froze it or whatever you do, and it was not working. Nobody could go in and do anything because then I started getting calls like, Lady J, I'm trying to get a ticket. It's not working. So I was like, it's down for a minute. Give us time. So Bernie said, I want to word it in a way where everybody knows that it's free. It's Commitment Charm City. This is free. We're not asking for no money. If people, we just want people to come out. So he went back, he reworded it, he put it back up. So Miss Amy has said that we snatched it down real quick when people started catching on that the money was going to Dan Cox. No, Miss Amy, that's not what happened. And please, when you go back and tell this story again and tell your narrative again, make sure you put in exactly what I just said. That was a mistake. No money. It was never meant for, and nobody even talked to Dan Cox about money, as a matter of fact. So it was never anything about anybody getting money. That was a mistake that was made. I probably would have made the same mistake because I don't know how to do Eventbrite. I don't know. And I still haven't figured out Eventbrite because even when you try to say that it's free, it still makes you go back in and you gotta put in at least $1 so you can register. So I started telling people like, look, forget registration. I called Bernie again. I was like, look, hate to be a pest, but people still having problems with this registration. So I'm going to have a running list of everybody's name, and all they got to do is just walk in. Their name is on the list. He said, cool. That was it. That was it. And so all of this stuff that, everybody's talking about, it was money for Dan and it was a fundraiser and we were trying to be sneaky. Let me bring Bernie up. We trying to be, let me make sure I know how to do this. I'm talking about, let me bring him up. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me see how I do this. So, all of this about, we were sneaking and listen, we're all grown, educated people who don't have time to do anything when it comes to sneaking. I know I don't. And the people that I was working with don't have time for that either. These are very important people. And if anybody doesn't know who Bernie is, Bernie, can you do me a favor and look at the bottom of your screen, and you can ask me to come on to say something, um, and then I'll bring you on. Because if you don't know who Bernie is, Bernie was actually, I think, running for Congress, and I had interviewed him. That's how I met him. A really nice guy. And the crazy part is, I was talking to all of these people. They had invited me to come and host the event, but I didn't really know anybody until I got to the event, and that's how I met them. Okay, he said he's looking now, and it's stuff like this. Like, some people, for me, I'm still learning how to bring people on to the camera. It's, and I said this on the show I was doing Friday night. When it's a first for doing stuff, you make mistakes. Do people get a measure of grace for making a mistake, or you just continue to keep talking and running your mouth and you don't know what you're talking about? You know, sometimes you just gotta be quiet, y'all. Sometimes you just gotta be quiet. And so that's what happened with that. And again, nobody got paid. If anything, it was money taken out of the pockets of the people who set up the event. How do you think they got chairs and the sound system and the beautiful venue that we had? Y'all think this stuff is free? Like what planet do y'all live on? Or you so busy worrying about how to tear somebody down and talk about people lying and conniving? These people took money out of their household to make sure this could happen so all of us could show up. And all you had to do, if you wanted to, it wasn't even a must. I've gone to places where you have to at least purchase some food. At this place, you didn't have to do that. All you had to do was just show up. That's all they wanted you to do. So it was nothing, about anybody getting money. It really wasn't. And so I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know who in Westmore's camp told you that um, we were trying to set him up and bring him. And please don't minimize that man's um, uh, what's the word I want to use? Intelligence. Please do not minimize that man's intelligence by saying that. He's a very intelligent man, and he knows what's going on. And there's no way in the world he would have thought, oh, they over there trying to set me up. He's too busy trying to win a race. And let me say this also, okay? Because there was some other stuff said. And let me be very clear. When it comes to Westmore and any other black man, again, you ladies don't know me. You can't know me, okay? Because you were saying too much. And it didn't make sense, and it's not me. And if you follow me, then you wouldn't have said certain things. Anybody who knows me, they will tell you real quick. The one thing that you're not going to do in my presence, on my platform, or within earshot of me is put down a black man or think that I'm going to join in with you to put a black man down. That will not happen. Okay? I have a male child, and I have the utmost respect for black men, including Westmore. Now, I might laugh and joke. I might say different things. I have the utmost respect for him. Why? Because he is a black male, and that's a dying breed in our community. And so I'm never going to sit anywhere and talk about Westmore, put him down. I'm not going to be in private putting Westmore down, calling them names and doing that. That's ghetto stuff. That's ghetto stuff. And so don't write that stuff on my page. What I would suggest to you is you go back and look at my videos, learn about who I am before you sit up here and say I'm shady, I'm conniving, I'm in with this group trying to take some money. Now, what I will say to y'all ladies, if y'all would like to make a donation, I'm sure Commitment Charm City would appreciate you making a donation, because they paid for the stuff that was out there out of their pockets. While you sitting here talking, make a donation. It just really, and I don't even know if y'all black or white because I didn't even waste time to go look at your page because I just don't have time like that. But I had to come on here and correct this again. Zalika Bazemore did not get paid. She was on here the other night when I was talking. She didn't get any money. Chris Anderson didn't get any money. Gordana did not get any money. David Lasher, I had just met him. He just happened to come out to the event. I'm like, okay, well, here's an empty seat. Sit up here. He's a libertarian. Sit up here. We can learn about you. He didn't get any money. Okay? So, okay, let me see. Zalika, she's showing me how to do this. All right, let me see. Zalika wants to come on. Let me see if I'm doing that the right way. So we got to stop all of this foolishness. We are losing our young people. We got, so much going on. And then people want to sit here and create stuff. You want to create stuff. Hey, Zalika. Zalika, if they don't leave me alone so I can sit in peace. Listen. Mm, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Right, right. Mm-hmm, right. Mm-hmm, right. Mm-hmm, 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 Right. Right. Thank you. Mhm. Mhm. Right. Mhm. Turn this up. Oh shoot. I think I lost her. Man, I think I lost her. Cause I think Bernie was trying to call. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all send me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Um, cause I think Bernie was trying to call, and let me see something. Y'all send me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I don't know what happened. What happened? All right. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Send me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I don't know what happened to my I have no idea what just happened. I have no idea, y'all. I'm trying to fix this to see what happened. Why is my microphone off? Let me check something real quick, y'all. I'm not sure what's going on. Hold on. Let me go to my settings. Microphone. That's crazy. What happened? Uh, I don't know what happened to this live. I'm not sure what happened. The live has ended. I gotta go back and do it again. All right, let me go back. Copy. Um, then the other thing I'm gonna do is put this on. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know what happened. Um, I don't know what happened. It just went out. Let me see if I can share to go back and do it again. And anyway, I was just about finished. Anyway, I just need to bring um, Bernie on. And then, 'cause I'm so tired of talking about this, but I'm going to bring Bernie on. I'm actually going to call him on my other phone because I don't know why Zalika was talking and this thing just cut off. Like, I don't know what happened. So we're going to try it again. I'll try it again, y'all, and see what happens. Cause I don't know why it I'm not sure why it went out, but we'll see. We'll go back, and whoever missed it, they can go back and watch it. I'm just tired of dealing with this whole situation anyway. But I got stuff to do, and one of them is not continuing to talk about this. Um, Okay, yeah, Bernie, I'm gonna call you. To the people that's on Facebook, I mean on YouTube and Twitter. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna end this because I'm done talking about it. All right, so y'all have a good night. Thanks.